Good evening. It is Monday evening. I have got through the working day and I have plans. So hi, welcome to another weekly reading vlog. It is Monday. I hope you're having a cracking day whenever you're watching this. Maybe you're watching it on Monday. If so, you can do it. If you're watching it on any other day, you can still do it. So my plans for the evening, number one, do a workout with this thing, the Ring Fit Adventure thing, which is proving to be good. Just Dance is also proving to be a good workout option if you need some home workout things. So very much enjoying that. So that's Ring Fit Adventure and Just Dance. I'm alternating between them. After I've done that, I'm then going to make some dinner. Then I'm going on another live with Lauren from Fiction Tea because we just thought, why not? Makes us cheerier on a Monday, have a nice drink, have a chat with you guys. So that's fun. Then I'm going to alternate between reading some more of A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the third book and the final book, I believe, in the Curse Breaker series. I'm just over halfway through, reading quite a lot of this last night. I think I read about 50 pages and I'm obsessed with where the story is going. I hate talking about sequels because I can't properly talk to you about it without spoiling the other two in the series, but just know that this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling that is set in between our world and an older ye time world with magic in it, and just it's very good. It takes on a different stem from the Beauty and the Beast retelling as we get further into the series. It's very addictive. Bridget Kemmerer writes both contemporary and fantasy, so I feel like you can see that reflected in her writing, which makes it quite fast-paced and dialogue heavy, which is a win from me. But when I'm not reading this, I'm going to be watching a TV show that I have recently become re-obsessed with. As a teen, I watched 90210 and I loved it because they're all just beautiful, rich, and just lived these extravagant lives in America, in LA, and I found it addictive as a kid, and then I thought I would give it a rewatch now. I don't know why, because I started rewatching it, like I watched one episode a couple of months back when I knew it was on 4OD, and now it's back. Well, it's not back, it never went anywhere. It's still on 4OD, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna watch this, because what is more escapist than watching something about people that are off their faces rich, living amazing lives in LA? Obviously, fantasy would be more escapist, but humour me. It's addictive, so I'm watching that at the moment. So I might watch that this evening, or I might read, or I might do a bit of both. I'm gonna go do a workout now because I've got like an hour before we're gonna do the live-ish, and I also need to cook. And it's gonna be a pesto rice dinner, which takes a little longer than normal rice, so yay. Guys, today I feel and probably look quite tired. Why have I done this to myself? I'd love to tell you it was because I stayed up reading a book. But it's not. It's not for that reason. It's because Lauren and I did, when you say like drunken lives, I don't get drunk. I just have alcohol, but it doesn't really, I've never been drunk because I don't drink in excess. I just like to have, I don't know, a slight jolliness from it, I suppose, more so than usual. So anyway, a jolly drinking live yesterday, and that finished at like 9, which wasn't that late. And then I just wanted to sit down. Oh, there's hair in my mouth. Why? And then I wanted to just sit down and watch 90210 because latest obsession. I do this thing with TV shows where I get really, really obsessed and I just binge for days on end. Obsessed. And then for absolutely no reason, completely no reason at all, right in the middle, I'll just stop watching it. I don't know what the logic is. Nobody knows. So that'll probably happen with this soon, but at the moment I'm in the binge stage. There is still a hair in my mouth. We're just going to push through. I think it's like a thread fibre kind of hair. Anyway. So I didn't read anything, so you might be thinking, Beth, why are you here giving us a reading update? Well, I don't know. I'm basically really bad at updating you in the morning at the moment. Anyway, hi, it's Tuesday. I'm a little tired today, and I think I'm going to pay for it later. Hi, it's me. It's a weird angle, actually. What's wrong with this? There? Is that better? Am I even in focus? I don't know. I'm a hot, sweaty mess because I've just done like a Just Dance workout thing and now I'm gonna have dinner, but I think tonight vlog-wise is probably gonna be more of a montage evening of footage because I have not read anything because I've been working all day, but I've just had a kind of day where I'm just like, my brain is just like in chill mode, so I'm probably not gonna have many intelligent things to say at the moment, so I'm gonna cook some really nice dinner. I'm gonna have a shower actually as well, have a shower, cook some dinner. Might chat with Lauren for a little bit because I feel like I need some human interaction right now. I'm having a day of just weird. I don't know why, like it's been a perfectly normal day. I just feel like I'm suddenly getting very aware that it's not very easy to see people, obviously. So like if I ever get deliveries, I'm like, and how are you? How's your life? Do tell me of your family and your past previous life experience. So yeah, I need me my daily human interactions. So yeah, gonna do that. And just, yeah, it's just been a Tuesday. It's been a Tuesday. That's the description, but we'll be reading more of this. Maybe finish it if I can tear myself away from binge watching 90210.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cups. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm, you're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone. Pre-party for the apocalypse, don't forget to RSVP. Think about how the polar bears are running out of ice. But hey, this photo got a lot of likes. Get down, but don't feel down. This is why we can't have nice things, like a clean car or world peace. So the sleep from your eyes, and supersize your vibe. Wake up, check your phone. Wake up, check your phone. Smoke till you feel numb. Check your phone. Check your phone. Check phone. Check phone. Dial the tone. Up to the American dream. Cherry Coke in the bathroom of a club. Influence you, influence me. Under the influence of my own anxiety. Check your phone, get some new clothes. Not sure where to begin, still stuck in my own skin. Dennis Rodman, 96, 97, even 99. What a time to be alive. Start a podcast, become a DJ. Try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone. But the batteries died. Wake up, check your phone. Brush your teeth. Count your calories. Single-use plastic. How tragic. Fake friends. Real problems. Check your phone, but you're still alone. Wake up. Bees are dying off. It's kinda sad. Oh, my bad. Can I have a +1? Look directly in the sun. Get on the dance floor. Put your hands in the air. 24/7. Loneliness. Live stream. No regrets.
Check your phone.
Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday. Welcome to the classy setting of my kitchen. We are here waiting for the water to boil so I can cook myself some hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, classy Wednesday style. I have got updates. So I can't actually remember, and I haven't looked back at the footage yet, as to whether I told you I finished the mime order on Sunday. So I don't know if I said that on Monday or not, but I finished the mime order on Sunday, which was my read of the second book of the Bone season. Kind of a reread, kind of not. I basically read half of it before. Then another book arrived that I think I really wanted to read, and I can't even remember what that book was. And I just put it down, didn't pick it back up. So I finished it, started it again, finished it via audiobook. I don't like the audiobook for the Bone season, but it was okay. The audiobook was okay. It grew on me, and I ended up, somehow it came out as 4 stars. I didn't expect it to. I thought it was going to come out as 3 stars, but it came out as 4 stars, which was great. Also, do you like this? This is a pea ladle that my mum got me for Christmas. Yes, a pea ladle. For the peas, the vegetables, not your wee. That would be weird. And it also doubles up as something to put your eggs in the boiling water with, because I always find that when I put the eggs in, they just crack, whereas you can pop it in the egg and then put it in the water. Perfect. It's a 2-egg day today. Anyway, okay, yeah, so I finished the, what was it called? The mime order. Came out as 4 stars, thought it would be 3 because it wasn't like it blew my mind or anything. Not the 4 stars blow my mind necessarily, but yeah, it was better than expected, which is good. I'll take that. And just moving you from one counter to another. And I'm now reading the song Rising via audiobook, which is the 3rd one in the series in preparation for the mask falling. So many. Also, I have to hunch when talking to you guys that this is me at full height. Oh, that's okay. We can kind of do that. So yeah, reading the song Rising now via audiobook and enjoying that quite a lot. There's quite a lot more action and they're very quickly getting into it, which is what I didn't like about the mime order, that it was too slow to get going. So that's my audiobook read at the moment. And when I finish that, I will be then moving on to reading Akamath, Court of Mist and Fury. It's like trying to remember the abbreviations of these Sarah J Maas books. I could have just said A Court of Mist and Fury rather than shortening it. Okay, we're gonna have to go back over there now. At home we have an island in the middle of the kitchen, and it's great because you don't have to piss about wandering from cabinet to cabinet. Anyway, so that's my audiobook reading. My physical book reading, as previously discussed, is About So Bold and Deadly, which I am loving. It has just reached a very pivotal point. I've got about 70 pages left before the end, and I was reading it last night and just couldn't put it down. So that's always a really good sign, I think. So that was brilliant, really loving that. Can't really tell you what the pivotal point is or who it's between, because that will give you spoilers if you've not read the other books. So this is as far as my book reviewing can go, but I wanted to give a quick nod at the moment to how people are getting their inspiration and their creativity and stuff, because obviously we are in lockdown in the UK and England, and other parts of the UK. In England, we're absolutely in like a really strict version of lockdown. We can't really do much at all, which is fine because that is what is needed at the moment for us to be as safe as possible. And for me, I'm not going out. I will go on walks if the weather allows, but other than that, I am not leaving my house, my flat, unless I go back home to be within my social bubble. So I'm not really seeing a variety in my day-to-day at the moment, and I had a question for you guys as to how you are keeping yourself feeling motivated and creative, because I've got my own ways, but I thought it might be something that would be helpful for other people and me and you to discuss in the comments. So if you work a creative job, or if you require any creativity in day-to-day, or if you're just a creative human, how during lockdown, when you're not able to really go out and see the same things that would have inspired you or kept you motivated, how are you finding that motivation at the moment? Because, can you hear the water boiling? Sorry if that's annoying. Because for me, I'm definitely still getting the creativity when it comes to the books and stuff, but I'm finding my day job, I am lacking the motivation and the drive a little bit to find the creativity. I think because what I do for my day job, I'm a social media manager, which involves creating social media calendars, running campaigns, creating organic posts, scheduling and content, working on graphics and stuff. But it's all for fairly businessy clients, so there is generally, it's not like they're going for crazy creativity anyway in the kind of content they want me to make for them. So I think for me, I struggle with coming up with it a bit more for work at the moment, because every day is just becoming the same. Like, I'm getting up, I'm getting ready, I'm trying to mix the order up a little bit, I'm trying to do things differently, which again is one of the things I would suggest is if you're struggling, just mix up the way that you're doing things for a little bit. And that is helping for sure, but I'm still definitely having those moments where I'm like, oh my god, every single day is the same. As soon as I finish work, it's just the same kind of thing. So I'm trying to read different books, watch different stuff on TV, I'm chatting with friends on the phone, I'm chatting with my family on FaceTime and things. Those are the things that I find helping me. But I thought it was an interesting thing to chat about, because I'm certainly like, today I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I want to stay in my pajamas, but I got up, I got dressed, because that's also something that personally helps me, and did my makeup and stuff. I have a work call every 9 AM where we're on video, and I don't have to be on video every single day, but I like to because everyone else is, and it makes me feel like I have something to put a face on for. Also vlogging has saved me so much, because whilst there's no one here to talk to, and as sad as it may sound to somebody that doesn't understand the nature of vlogging your day-to-day life, I enjoy the fact that I can talk to a camera because it does feel like chatting, which I think has totally made me feel way better in this kind of situation, because it absolutely feels less alone, because it feels like I'm having a conversation, even if it's one-sided. So that certainly helps as well. Anyway, that's my Wednesday TED Talk. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna stand up straight in a minute and not have to hunch over to be in the centre of the camera. My eggs are a-boiling. Look at them getting nice and bubbly. What am I actually having? I'm having hard-boiled eggs, an apple, and then some of these pumpkin cracker things. Hang on. So these are these things, which are quite nice, and they fill me up quite well. And I have two of these with a cut-up Baby Bell Light on it, and then I'll have an apple as well and a drink. I've been having really lazy breakfast this week, so I thought I'd actually do myself like a nice breakfast, and I really enjoy eggs. Also, I like dipping my eggs in a tiny little bit of salt. Brilliant. I'm gonna crack on with that. I will catch up with you later, maybe when I finish my book. I don't know if I can tear myself away from binge watching 90210. Oh, we're gonna read the last 30 pages of this together, because what are you doing, Bridget Camera? Why? Okay, we're I'm gonna give you updates. We're gonna see how it goes. This is a hideous angle, but there's a lamp here that is lighting me without me having to have the ceiling lamps on. So enjoy my kitchen and my washing as a backdrop. Let's finish this book. She does things. She makes you feel things, and then she does other things that make you feel other things, and there's many things and feelings. And I can't tell you more because it's spoilers. But what are you gonna do with 20 pages left? Please do not hurt me. Done. I finished About So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. Comes out on the 26th. Published by Bloomsbury. Thank you for sending me an early copy. Shall we run it through Core-Pile? Just apologise for the terrible angles. Can't get it right. Anyway, first thoughts from finishing Vow. I thought it was a fun fantasy. It was a page turner of a fantasy. It had some gripping points in there. It got me. It didn't make me cry or anything. It didn't make me feel like that at all, but there were certainly some heart-wrenching parts in it. It just didn't quite have the emotion to make me want to cry. But that doesn't mean those weren't well-written parts. I felt at times it could go a little bit down the route of boys versus girls, which seemed a little bit basic as a concept, but the characters were more fleshed out than that. And because we get the characters telling each chapter from their perspective, I think we do get a lot more to them, and we definitely see them being more fleshed out. So there's definitely more to it than just that. But I generally think it'll probably come out as a 4-star. So I'm going to run it through Core-Pile. If you don't know, Core-Pile is spelled C-A-W-P-I-L-E. If you pop it into YouTube or Google, it'll bring you up with G from Book Roast's video where she talks about what it is. It's basically her rating system she created. So you pop all the details in of your book, and it basically helps you rate it out of a 5-star base system, but it also helps you log what you've read for the year, which is quite nice. So I'm popping the title in, the month I read it. This is my 4th book of the month. Isn't too bad. Popping the author name in, how I read it, so the options are physical, ebook, audiobook or mixed media, so this one was physical, and I think this was 405 pages? Yes, this one was 405 pages, and I read the whole thing. There's an option to DNF, which is good if you are somebody like myself that regularly DNFs books, and the main genre is fantasy. It's a young adult book and is published this year. And then there's an option to select owned, borrowed or gifted. Technically this is not considered gifted in the eyes of like the ad guidelines. This is a PR or review copy, but for the sake of Core-Pile we're going to pop in as gifted. And this was the first time reading it for me, and it is part of a series. Oh, and I finally get to tick this option. So there's an option that says, is this book the last in the series? Yes it is. I've completed a series. Okay, so we give the following ratings out of 10. So characters, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic and enjoyment. I really despised one of the characters to start with. They definitely got better for me, but genuinely didn't like them, but I also think that was how they were written to be disliked. However, I really like 3 of the other characters. So for character we are going to go for quite a generous 8. The atmosphere I feel like could have been worked on a little bit better. I know that these are very much more character focused than they are the setting. So I'm going to give the atmosphere a 6 because I just didn't feel like there was much of the atmosphere. Writing itself I'm giving a 7. I'm also going to give the plot a 7. Intrigue gets an 8 because this was the last in the trilogy and I wanted to see where it was going. Logic always throws me because I think that completely varies from book to book. For example, like if you're looking at something completely wacky fantasy, then do you work on the logic of that world or just the logic of the writing? I don't really know, but I suppose the logic was decent in this, so I'm going to give that a 7 as well. And my overall enjoyment was 8, I would say. So yeah, that comes out as a 4-star. I've actually rated a lot of high reads so far this month, which again sticks with the fact that I DNF something if I'm not enjoying it. I also get to put in the dates that I started and finished it, so it works out how long I was reading it for. I don't know when I started it, I'm gonna have to check Goodreads. Okay, I started it on the 8th and today is the 13th. I don't know if you guys actually care about this kind of thing, but I love stats like this, it pleases me. So I read that in 6 days, and now I have changed this section because there was an option, I think it said language published, oh no, what was it? I can't remember, I think it was language written in, but obviously because I only speak English, I'm only going to be reading English books, and if they're English translated, then obviously the version I'm reading is the English version. So I altered that a little bit, and I added in a section, and I've created stats and everything for this with a chart. Don't ask me how, I don't know how I did it, but I've created a new section that says, is this book translated, yes or no, because I'm trying to read more translated fiction. And then next to it I've said in original English, original language written in. So at the moment I've not read any translated fiction, so they're all just saying English, and no, they're not translated, but hopefully in the future I could bulk that out to see where I was reading books from, which should be quite cool. There's also an option for representation, LGBTQIA+ rep. The options are either absent, main character, or present. I'm trying to think if this one did actually have any, to be honest. Yes, of course it does, yeah. Like 2 of the characters are in a relationship and they are 2 guys in a relationship together, so obviously that is present. See, this is what I mean with stuff just falls out of my brain immediately. Specifically, oh okay, male. Is the author POC? Oh, no she isn't. I just messed up the spreadsheet. Okay, no. Okay, I'm really bad with Excel. Written by a woman. It also has an option to ask about own voices, which this one I don't believe does. So there we go, that is my 4th book of the year. Read, came out as 4 stars. I shall update that on Goodreads for the book, and I will write my review for it as well, because that was my review copy. Woo, okay, 4 stars on Goodreads. So that means my reading challenge is 2 books ahead of schedule. 4 books out of 60. I'm excited. I'm kind of tempted to read some graphic novels tonight, just for fun, or maybe move on to Malibu Rising, or kind of fancying reading Grown at the moment by Tiffany D. Jackson. Don't know, but for now I'm going to do some exercise workout thing and have some dinner and just chill. So hope you've enjoyed today's part of the vlog. I'll see you tomorrow or Friday, probably tomorrow. I'll see you then. So I'm putting my plants in the bath, and I've got them all out. I have a small greenhouse. What is this? I knew I had a lot of plants, but this isn't even all of them. Like, this isn't all the tiny ones as well, which I can just put in the sink. Yeah, put them in the bath for one big mist sesh. Yeah, growing a forest. Not mad about it. Plants in a bath. Plants in a bath. What a reading vlog this is becoming. I am reading so much this week, and I feel like I have so many books to talk to you guys about. This is a success, which is great, because last week I felt like it was a bit of a flop of a reading vlog, so this week we're there. We're reading books. Books have been finished. I finished Val last night, which we spoke about because we rated it together. So that one came out as 4 stars. Then I decided to reread Heartstopper Volume 1 by Alice Osman. This is 1 out of 3 at the moment, I think there are. At least I own 3. I'm pretty sure there's only 3. They are graphic novel, comic book-esque style, drawings, illustrated story thing. Why do I not have the word for what this is? This. Following Nick and Charlie, who I feel like I know very well now because I've read Alice Osman's novellas that also follow Nick and Charlie, or at least parts of Nick and Charlie's story together. I'm excited that this one is now fresh in my brain, because that means I can read the other 2 without having to worry about forgetting things, because I am horrendous at remembering plots, like, after I've read many more books in between reading the last book in a series. So this one's fresh in my brain. I may move on to reading the other 2 next week, because I've got a couple of books I am trying to get to and finish this week for various different reasons. So, book 1, my current read, which I started last night, is The Twisted Tree by Rachel Burge. This is a Norse mythology type of book. It features a girl who is blind in one eye, which I assume is a reference to Odin, and she has the ability to be able to find out people's stories and like a kind of life secrets and life issues, I suppose, just by touching them or an item of their clothing, I think it is. And she just kind of gets these visions after having an accident that made her blind in one eye. I don't know much more than that, but the second book I'm working on a promotion to promote. Obviously it's a promotion to promote, but the second book is having a blog tour and promotion and things. I am working on an Instagram promotion with them, so working on an ad for this series. So I wanted to read this one this week, so I was prepped and ready. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to the other one in time because it's all quite quick, but I'm going to try my best. They're quite short, so hopefully should be able to. I read 12 pages last night, so I'm not very far into it, but I'm enjoying the main character at the moment and this Norse mythology theme running through it because I like me some Norse mythology. And I am also very, very, very nearly finished reading / listening to the song Rising. This is the third book in the Bone season, and I am so excited to be up to speed with this series. I feel like this series has been just holding itself over me for so long because Lauren from Fiction Tea adores this series. I'm really good friends with Lauren, and Lauren always tells me how much she wants me to read it, and that is why I've read the first one 3 times and the second one 1.5 times. So I finished the second one at the weekend just gone, pretty much nearly finished with the third one. I've been reading it non-stop as an audiobook over the last 2 days and I am pretty obsessed. And then The Mask Falling comes out next week. Oh my god, it is next week. So I'm going to be on that, ready for that release, hopefully, so I can just dive straight into that one once I've finished this one. So that's exciting. I think I'm probably going to be finishing that. So that could potentially be 3 books finished this week, maybe 4 if I can get through this one as well. That would be like a record week, probably for the year. I don't finish more than 2 books in a week normally, so this is good going. When I finish The Song Rising as my audiobook, I then want to switch over to A Court of Mist and Fury because I'm trying to get up to date with that series as well before A Court of Silver Flames comes out in February, middle of February, I think it's February 16th. So, lots of reading updates. I'm feeling really good about my reading. My flat is nice and clean and tidy. My bed sheets are in the wash. My plants have all been washed in the bath, as you'll have seen. And I am feeling better today. Not that I've been feeling bad this week, but I've just been feeling really low on energy and motivation this week. Shush phone. So I've been struggling to really get a drive going because a lot of the stuff I have to do is quite creative, and to find that brain power when you are literally looking at the same walls every single day and it's been really crap weather, so I've not really gone out. It's quite nice to have a moment of like, oh, I don't feel quite so uninspired and meh from it all. So this has kind of revived me a bit, finishing loads of books, having a good fiction evening last night, I suppose. And also sorry if you can hear the tumble dryer. Wow, that is really going nuts. Okay, but also I just find generally that when I have a clean, tidy environment around me, which I always do, but it's just like when it's literally freshly cleaned, so much better. It just makes me feel really productive. So, happy Thursday! I hope you have enjoyed my reading updates so far. There's been a few big updates, so I will catch up with you later when I've read a little bit more of The Twisted Tree, and maybe when I have finished The Song Rising, which, how many hours, minutes, days have I got left? 31 minutes left. I don't know why I'm talking to you and not finishing this, but I'm gonna go do that right now. Good evening. I have reading updates. I have finished The Song Rising. I just don't know what I've updated you on, what I haven't. Have I finished it yet as far as you're concerned? I finished it now. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, as I did with the Mime Order. So the Bone season generally is going well for me, apparently, and I feel ready for The Mask Falling, except I'm very nearly ready because I'm currently halfway through The Dawn Chorus, which is the novella that follows on from The Song Rising and should be read before The Mask Falling, apparently. So it gives us, like, I think how the characters get to where they're going to be in The Mask Falling. I don't know, but everyone's told me I need to read it, so I am halfway through. It's very, very short. It's, I think, 93 pages. So I had a reading session after work before I had a phone call with my friend Ben from Books with Ben, and I'm going to go and read a bit more shortly in the bath. So that's fun. And that'll also be like the 3rd or 4th book that I'll finish this week. 4th, potentially, which is nuts. How have I had such a good reading week? I'm not gonna knock it. So yeah, that's the rest of my evening. Probably not gonna put a great deal of effort into getting ready tomorrow because Friday. So maybe I might just have a day of vlogging. I don't know. You might see me again Friday, you might see me again Saturday. Depends what exciting reading updates I have. But yeah, pretty much reading the Dawn Chorus, then reading the Twisted Tree once I've finished this. So gonna go have a bath and read. Guys, I don't know what has happened, but I have read so much this week. I think since we last spoke, I finished 3 more books. I don't know how, but I have. So those 3 books are The Dawn Chorus by Samantha Shannon, which was a novella to read in between The Song Rising and The Mask Falling. So I'm now completely up to date with that series until the 26th when The Mask Falling comes out. I really enjoyed The Dawn Chorus. I actually preferred it to The Song Rising, I think. I liked the more personal aspect of it, but I think it was also really important to give an aspect of something that Paige is going through as well and talk about mental health a lot more. So I think The Dawn Chorus was really interesting and I'm glad I read it. I then finished The Twisted Tree by Rachel Burge. I think I mentioned that I was reading this one when we last spoke. This is part of an ad that I'm doing next week, or this week by the time you're watching this, with the publishers Hotkey, and this was the first in a series about a Norse mythology retelling almost. Kind of reflects Odin's story, the Tree of Life. Is it called the Tree of Life? It's the Twisted Tree in this book. But I enjoyed this one. It was very spooky. It had a horror aspect to it, which was like something I realised I probably shouldn't be reading alone in the evening because it was making me very susceptible to any shadow ever. So I'm glad I've read this one, and yeah, this is the first one, and then the second one is The Crooked Mask. So this one came out as I think 3 out of 5 stars on Corpile, and then I have been reading a series of essays by Mary Beard. This is Women and Power, a manifesto. So this is 2 essay collections and, oh, turn straight to illustrations. Well, not illustrations, but cited pictures as well, and this is really interesting. I saw Brit from Basically Brit pick this one up in her reading vlog, and I have had it on my shelf for ages, and she just kind of inspired me to pick it up. My mum bought this one for me a while ago, but it's a really, really interesting feminist essay collection, and it talks about women in power and women's voices and things, and it just generally is very, very interesting, and it talks about topics that I'd never thought of before but have totally had these experiences. So I really enjoyed this. I'd recommend it if you're interested in learning a little bit more about feminism and about how it links back to ancient Roman and Greek times as well. I really, really liked it. It was very insightful. But now I'm in a little bit of a rush because I'm going home for lunch within my support bubble, and I have got a couple of bits to collect and pick up from them. So going home for lunch, then I'm back again, because then I'm doing a live later this evening. So busy, busy, busy. I'm gonna get to that. I think I finished 5 books so far this week. I don't know how this is happening. My mind is blown, but I'm gonna go listen to A Court of Mist and Fury in the car. Sorry, this is a very rushed update, but yeah, it's Saturday and I'm psyched for the weekend. Hey, it's actually Sunday morning, but we're just, for the sake of consistency, gonna say it's Saturday night because it is 12:04 and I have been doing Jodie's live show for 3.5 hours and then chatting with the girls afterwards for like an hour and a half, and it was great fun. I really enjoyed it, and oh my god, it was just so much fun. I really, really enjoyed it. It was lovely chatting with the girls and just chatting books and having reading sprints, but it also allowed me to finish my 7th book of the week and my 10th book of the year. I don't know what's happened to me this week, I don't know, but I have been feeling very motivated to read and very excited by all the things I'm reading. So the book that I've started and finished today on the sprints was Heartstopper Volume 2, and I adored it. This is the first 5-star read of the year. Very, very exciting. This is the 2nd volume, and I just love the messages that this comes with whilst also dealing with things in a serious way. This follows 2 guys, Nick and Charlie, who are going through the stages of entry into a romantic relationship with each other. One of them is publicly out and one of them is very confused as to what he is feeling and he doesn't quite understand it, and it's kind of him figuring that out and also his coming out story in a way as well. And I just thought the way it was done was so beautiful, but also with the very real challenges of people being arseholes and the fear of how to do it, that it's, by do it I mean come out, and it's just so poignantly written by Alice Osman and illustrated that it really tugged at the heartstrings in terms of offering both reality and also the lovely romance that's blossoming, and it just made me feel very warm and fuzzy and I really enjoyed it. So this one was my 7th read of the week and I can't believe that. I don't know how that's happened. What? Like, is next week going to be productive as well as this? I mean, maybe. I was reading another book that I put down and I think might be a DNF, I don't know. I feel disappointed by this. So this is what I was reading for half of the live, and this is The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. This is actually 2 different authors, I believe, that have written this under the name of M.A. Carrick. I don't know what had me hyped for this book to start with, but I was very excited for this book, and this is actually a slightly early copy because I think it doesn't come out until Thursday. So this is published by Orbit and comes out, yeah, on the 21st, I think. And it's a fantasy, but it's very heavy and it's quite political, and I don't often get on with political fantasies. So I read up to page 74 today, and honestly, it felt like there should have been a book before this one that I was missing, and I wasn't getting all the information that I needed to about the characters. And there was a lot of characters with lots of different names, but some very similar names, so it was quite hard to differentiate what was going on. And it was just very jumpy, like we were suddenly in one place and another place, but because it was all fantasy names and places, it lacked that definition of like where we were and me to follow the plot clearly. I was just, I don't know, I wasn't getting on with it well and I really wanted to love it. I thought this was one I would really be able to sink my teeth into. I didn't expect it to be this chunky. I think it's 630-ish pages and it's quite heavy. And I just don't know if it's for me at the moment because I am on a bit of a roll. So that one I put down and then picked up Heartstopper. And then when I finished Heartstopper, I decided to start Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is another early copy. This doesn't come out until May 2021. Oh my god, I am insanely excited for this. I have read up to page 20 and I'm obsessed already. Taylor Jenkins Reid is a real writer for character. She does fantastic characterization and builds up her story with plot, but also with the drama and the celebrity almost of the characters she writes. She tends to write characters that are in some way famous or idolized or beautiful or rich or something, just something about them that has that kind of Hollywood level grade to them in her more recent books. And that makes for a very compelling story because there's often quite a lot of drama surrounding them. There's a lot of envy surrounding them as well, I find, and that kind of affects how their character journey takes place throughout the plot, and I'm so excited to read this. So you'll be hearing more about this in my next reading vlog because I cannot wait. But for now, I suppose, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully you've enjoyed this reading vlog. I feel like it's been a fun one because I've read so much. I've had so much to talk to you guys about. Also really getting into the idea of reading a bit more non-fiction. So hopefully that's something I do more of in the future. I'm looking forward to reading a few more feminist texts. Now I've read that series of essays by Mary Beard. I'm really intrigued to read some more feminist texts as well, just to back up what I talk about more in books when I can analyse them more with that kind of thing. So that'll be really exciting. And I can't wait. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. Do give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Obviously, if you didn't enjoy it, then, well, just, you know, why are you still here really? Because I think it's been a great reading vlog, so it's your loss. Or you can comment down below what you have been reading this week, how many books you've read this week, some magical explanation for how I've read 7 books this week. I just don't know, guys. And you can subscribe to see more of my face on your feed and maybe another 7 books next week. Who knows? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Keep smiling and stay positive. I realised I never actually listed what all the books that I finished this week were, so just very quickly, looking at it on my core pile sheet because there's too many. So I finished A Vow So Bold and Deadly, Heartstopper Volume 1, The Song Rising, The Dawn Chorus, The Twisted Tree, Women in Power, and Heartstopper Volume 2. Boom! Was that actually 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, definitely 7. Okay, what a week. Right, now I'm gone. Keep smiling, stay positive and all that stuff. Bye.